Hey guys, what's up? I'm here today actually to do a little question answering thing for CrimsonPersona, and they're doing a little like cosplay project where they had some questions, and so they requested video or comments or whatever, so I figured why not dress up and do a video. I've never actually done a video like this before, so sorry if it's kind of rambly and stuff. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Alright, so the first question is, what does cosplay mean to you? Cosplay used to mean something a little different than what it means to me now. Technically, my first cosplay was when I was 19. It needed a lot of improvements, but that aside, it was all about, I love the character. And I would usually pick characters that really meant a lot to me, or from series that had a really big impact on me. And I thought it would be really cool to dress up as them and run around in their outfits, and I felt cool when I did it, so that worked. But now, when I'm a lot older, I've been to a lot more conventions and met a lot of new people through the cosplay hobby. It's actually that, like the love for the character, which, it's still really awesome to dress up as like my favorite characters, but it's also about being able to see the friends I made through cosplay and like traveling to conventions to see them, getting to do cosplays with them, and making lots of fun memories. So it's kind of half the cosplay aspect of I love the character and really want to make the costume and dress up as them, and also it's about just wanting to see the people that I really care about, have fun with them, and good times all around. Alright, number 2, has cosplay changed your life? I was thinking about this, and oddly enough, cosplay has really changed my life. Not just in like the costume making sense, but in the fact that the people who I have in my life now I probably never would have met if it wasn't for cosplay, which is really scary when I think about it, because I seriously have some friends who are like completely irreplaceable. They're really important to me, and it's kind of scary to think that if I never started cosplaying, I wouldn't have met them. I also met technically my boyfriend through cosplay. We both went to like a little casual meetup thing and met, and we were friends at first, didn't start dating until way later, but the chance of us both actually meeting through cosplay is kind of crazy. So also, I probably never would have learned how to sew. I'm not really awesome at sewing still, I'm still learning a lot, but it's kind of neat to think that I gained a skill through cosplay. But yeah, no, cosplay really changed my life by actually putting some people in my life that I really love. So that's really cool. Question number 3. How much time does it usually take you to make your cosplay? Also feel free to mention costs or maybe even deals. So if I want to kind of slowly work on a costume over time, it usually takes me about, depending on how complex, let's say like it's a pretty complex outfit, which I haven't really done a lot of, honestly, but it usually takes about, I guess, a couple of months. If I just want to like go for it and get it done, basically it takes about, I guess, a week. But I've also been able to beast cosplays out in like a day or two before the convention, because it sucks. Our lease usually is up around the time between 2 conventions that we go to. It's like right smack in the middle. So I'm like preparing for one convention, and then we're moving, and also it's around the same time I usually have finals for the end of the quarter, and then we have another convention. Usually around that time I have to kind of get some out there really quick and have very little time to do it. But like for example, a couple of years ago we did a Sailor Moon group, and my boyfriend did Moonlight Night, and I wanted to make his costume for him, and literally like at 11 p.m. the night before, I'm like throwing my fabric through the machine, like downing rock stars, and just like gotta get it done, and like cutting everything out really quickly, and yeah, it worked. I mean, we got it done. It looked like the Moonlight Night. So yeah, anyway, That's kind of how I usually approach my cosplay. Either I take my time and do a really nice, slow, steady job, I rush it in about a week, or I beast it in a day. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. As for costs, I usually try to keep it around 50 to 100, depending on, again, how complex it is or how much stuff, materials, extra pieces like shoes or whatever that need to be bought. As for some deals, I recommend signing up for those Joann coupons and remembering to bring them with you, because I have a hard time remembering to actually bring the coupons with me, but those can actually save you quite a bit of money. Also looking into non-chain stores, like non-chain fabric stores. They usually have, like, they're either really expensive boutiques or they might be a really inexpensive place. And for example, there's a place near here that has, I'm not even kidding, like amazing fabric for about $3 to $5 a yard. I made my entire Ty Lee outfit out of that, and it was actually pretty cheap. So that can save you a lot of money. And also thrifting, if you need base pieces to alter or whatever. Goodwill, Value Village, stuff like that. Question number 4. Do friends or fellow classmates know what cosplay is? Is it common where you're from? I live in the US, so it's really popular in the US, which is awesome. As for classmates, if I get to know someone, I usually talk about it. Like if we have similar interests or whatever, I usually mention like the topic of, oh, do you go to soccer con? If they like anime and stuff, usually pops up. So hearing people walking around. So yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, usually I do share that I like to cosplay. As for my friends, I would hope they know, because usually they're cosplaying with me or at the same convention. But I do have non-cosplay friends that I like to share pictures with, and usually it's either series they like, which they get excited about, or they just think it's kind of neat and stuff, and yeah. Question number 5, last question. How often do I cosplay? Officially, it's about 3 times a year at the 3 conventions I like to go to. Sometimes I put them on if I'm going to like an event that might be cosplay related or something, to do some photos of an outfit for a day. I don't know if that's, I guess that's technically cosplaying, but it's not like the whole experience during a convention where you're like running around. And anyway, that's the end of the 5 questions for CrimsonPersona. Sorry that took so long, and I hope that this is useful somehow, maybe. If not, well, you got to hear me babble for a while. Yeah. Alright, I hope all of you have a good day, and yeah, that was my first ever randomly talking video. I don't know if I'll do it again, because honestly I feel a little awkward, but gave it a shot. Alright, see you guys later. Bye!